Welcome back to my channel, guys. I'm excited that you're here. And as a coach and a real estate business consultant, I always tell people I love business more than I like real estate. I'm here to hit you in the head with something super important. I like to change the way people look at things. I like to take the things that people kind of overlook, and God reveals those things to me and breaks them down into simple steps that I can share with people to help them grow their business. So when I talk about this topic, focus before you diversify, the real secret to making success and money in any arena, but especially in real estate, is to focus first, diversify second. In this video, my goal is to reframe how agents think about multiple streams of income and redirect them back to the power of strategic focus. At the end, I'm going to talk to you about the things that I have done to do this, but I want you to really understand that focus is the name of the game until you get to where you want to be. Once you focus and get to where you want to be, you diversify, and that's how you continue to grow. In this video, we're going to talk about that. So tune in, make sure you're subscribed, and let's get into it. My name is Chizette Cowan. I'm the CEO of Real Estate. I am your business consultant coach. I help agents strategically scale their businesses so they can make more money without sacrificing time and build the life that they actually desire. I help them understand that real estate is a funding source, a business that should fund, not run their life. Real estate was never intended to take over your life. It was intended to be the bank for your life so that you can build your life by design. And in all my videos, you're going to hear about systems, tools, leverage, scaling, anything that will help you build a more strategic and streamlined business so that you can get the results you want. Get your coins too, honey, and then live the life that you want. We've all heard the phrase multiple streams of income. I practice that. I live that. And I'll tell you, it's biblical. Ecclesiastes 11:2 says that you should diversify your profits, and 7 ventures, even 8, because you do not know what evil may come upon the land. So it is a command, a strategic outline that God gave us to multiply and diversify our income. We talk about that a lot, and that's great. I love to hear it. I love to see it. But what we don't talk about enough is how diversification has to come only after discipline, focused effort. You have to have the money to diversify your income. You can't be trying to diversify your income, but without focusing on the things that's going to bring in the income necessary for diversification, you're going to get lost in sidetracking. You're going to have scattered results and nothing will ever really take off. If we're being honest, most people want the results of focus, but they live a life of distractions. Agents are distracted like literally you can see distraction in their brain. In real estate though, you don't make money by being distracted. You don't make money by doing everything. You make money, as I said before in the last week, by doing the right thing on repeat. You make money through systems and models and understanding how to do those things repeatedly. If you diversify too early, you're going to scatter your results. Focus energy is what leads to multiple streams of income. I hear everybody say this, oh, I want to have multiple streams of income. And multiple streams of income is the end goal. But multiple streams of income is what I call diversification. Diversification proceeds, comes after, does not precede focused strategic effort. The focused strategic effort is what makes you the money in the first place. Then once you have the money in hand, you diversify it, multiply it, help it grow. But we keep trying to multiply. We haven't even had the focused strategic effort to make the money, but we trying to diversify it. I had somebody talk to me about investing in real estate. She's like, I want to invest in real estate. Well, how about we get your business in order first and get the money into the business so you can have the resources to invest in real estate. You focused on investing, but you're not even focused on the thing that's going to bring the money in so you can do the multiplication over here. Make it make sense. I want to make sure you get this though. I want to have core teaching that helps you understand that focus is what produces income. I'm going to say that again. Focus is what produces income. You don't make more money by doing more things. You make more money by doing the most important thing, the right things, consistently. So this is about life, right? That's about life. But I'm going to bring it to your real estate business. The only thing, I'm going to say this louder for the people in the back. The only thing that you should be focused on in real estate is lead generation. The only thing. Not your canvas strategy, not your fonts, not your brand strategy. We'll get to that. But money comes from strategic focus. You have to focus on the right thing long enough to even get the money. See, what happens is because you've heard multiple streams of income, you start to focus all your attention on 8 things, and then nothing gets 100% of your attention. So nothing ever takes off. What is the most important thing that you have to do in your business that by doing it makes everything else easier and unnecessary? That one thing to focus on as a realtor is lead generation, nothing else. If you could just focus on having 20 conversations a day, your business would skyrocket. Leave Canva alone, leave video alone, leave Facebook posts alone. Go get in front of 20 people a day. If you're going to do it in a DM, do it like that, but talk to 20 actual people with a pulse every day for 9 months. You will be a millionaire the following year. But guess what? When I said diversification precedes discipline, it takes discipline to do that. I can't even get people to make the same calls for 30 days straight. We have to understand that you have an enemy. He doesn't want you to win. Your path to success is probably going to be something you don't want to do. Discipline is going to have to take you there. The reason that I go to the gym every day, 4 to 5 times a week, is because I don't like it. I'm training myself to do the hard things. If I never train myself to do the hard things so that I'm skilled at the emotional intelligence it takes to do the things that I don't want to do, I'll never be disciplined in my business. That discipline will translate into I'll never have the money to diversify. You ever see these people, they always want to do things like invest and do this, but they never have no money. Because the desire to do those things doesn't replace the need to focus before to get the resources to actually do those things. I hope y'all are picking up what I'm putting down. Sometimes, when I have these conversations with people, it's hard to get them to see past the thing that they want. We always have to discover or decide or decipher, I guess really is the better word, what we want and back it up to what we actually have to do every day in order to get that. So if I want to make $1 million, let's back that up every day. What habits do I have to have? What things do I have to do every day that $1 million earners do? And then I have to be disciplined over those things, meaning commit to doing them consistently, regardless of how I feel. See, that's the part that people forget. It's commit to doing the right things consistently, regardless of how I feel. And I've said it and I'll keep saying it, that one thing for your business is lead generation. Lead generation in a real estate business is the focal point. That's the one thing that unlocks and opens the door for everything else. Before you build the brand, before you build the team, before you build the marketing agency, before you go on a speaking tour and start your speaking career, you focus on the one skill that creates money: prospecting and converting. Learning how to talk to people and learning how to follow up with people and convert them into actual clients. That should be your focus as a real estate agent until it's not. Till you are making more money than you know what to do with, that is your focus. Everything else is just chatter. It's things that are going to distract you. They're distractions. Emmy's number one tool for people that have discipline is distraction. Because if I can get you to focus on the wrong thing, I can get you off course. And he knows that. That's the oldest trick in the book. That's why when you make a decision to do something for your business, especially related to lead generation, lock in on that thing. Like a pit bull doesn't let go, lock in and don't let go. Do not pull back on your commitments to the lead generation portions of your business, ever. Why? That's the kind of focus you need to get to the money. You should always be focused on lead generation. I'm just going to hammer that home. I want to break something down when I talk about focus, then diversify. Focus and diversify means focus is the income builder. That's the thing that gets the money to you. Diversification is the wealth builder. I want you to get that. Focus is the income builder. Diversification is the wealth builder. The income has to come in before I can use it to build wealth. Diversification without focused mastery creates chaos, confusion, and inconsistency. If you are trying to diversify your business before you've built a working one, you're not building wealth, you're building distractions. Healthy examples of diversification after focus includes buying properties, adding a coaching and consulting arm to your team, building a team, launching a market agency, investing in other business. Those are things that are great at the right time. Remember, I said before, they proceed focus. In real estate, the focus for you always has to be lead generation and then lead generation with converting. So what that may look like is developing lead generation and then a customer experience. The customer experience, you may say, well, that's not directly related to lead generation. You can make it that way, because what happens when you build a customer experience, you make a point in the customer experience where you're asking them for referrals. That brings it back to lead generation. But you can't do that if you're so focused on your Canva graphics. If you're so focused on, does this font, is it me? Does my brand voice sound good? You're gonna get to that. You're gonna get to that. It's a part of business. You're gonna get into a marketing rhythm in your business. But that first focus got to be lead generation. And the best and easiest form is direct conversations with people. Listen, I have a social media lead gen strategy. I talk to people in DMs and do marketing through email. That's my number one source, if I'm being honest. But I still have conversations with people that have a pulse every day. I want to also note that in real estate, when you focus on lead generation, everything else becomes optional, not urgent. So things like, for lead generation, is a daily prospecting system, a follow-up system, a content to conversion system, a client experience system, a repeat referral system. When your systems start producing, then you scale and expand. And by producing, I mean making you money. I want to give you some emotional insight on why people avoid focus, because I think it's important that we just don't tell people what to do, but we help them identify and understand what is really stopping you from doing that. Because a lot of times we know we should be doing something, we don't really know why we're not doing it. It's biblical, right? Paul talked about this in Romans chapter 8. He said, the thing that I should be doing, I don't do, but the thing that I know I shouldn't be doing, that's the thing I'm always doing, because it's part of our nature. I want you to understand and give yourself grace that you are a human. We are flawed just by nature. We're building our capacity to be more like God every day, which means we're not going to get everything right. So I'm giving myself grace, but I'm also allowing myself to lock in on things that I know are going to change my life for the better. So while I'm a work in progress, I can still focus. I want you to get that. Focus is uncomfortable. That's why people don't do it. It's uncomfortable. Most people live for comfort. If you live for comfort, you'll never focus. And if you never focus, you'll never make money. This is emotional stuff. Focus is also boring. People ask me, I do the same thing every day. My days don't look different. It's boring. Successful people typically do the same things every day because they know that that's the key to success. Here's the other part, the emotional part. It requires discipline, delayed gratification, and consistency. Doesn't always feel good. It doesn't feel good. If I'm being honest, getting up doing the same thing every day is hard. It's better for me now, but years ago it was really hard. And I'll be honest, it wasn't hard because I trained myself to do hard things. Like I said, that's why I go to the gym. It was hard because I wanted more. I was like, I want to do something fun. I want to feel fun. I don't want to just pick up the phone. You want to buy or sell your house? Hey, I noticed you're listening to Inspire. Hey. But then I realized, I'm like, that time that I locked in on doing that, that's how I'm eating now. The revelation, the things that I learned in that season are feeding me now. And I'm like, I'm so grateful that I was able to stay there, but it was hard. I had a coach, and my coach helped me lock in. This is why coaching is important. This is why people miss seasons, because you don't have anybody to hold you accountable. So here's what I want you to focus on. Although focus is boring, uncomfortable, it requires all these things from you, the reward for focus is freedom. Freedom to diversify from a place of abundance, not anxiety. Most people avoid focus not because it doesn't work. They avoid focus because it requires them to confront the things that often distract them. I had to do that. Calls distracted me. I don't even get on TikTok like that because TikTok distracted me. Out of all the social media platforms, I could get on anything, post and scroll and comment real quick. TikTok, every time I open that app, I feel like I lose 3 hours of my life. I don't open it that often unless I'm posting. I don't stay in there because it's a distraction for me. It's like TV. It's like every funny thing hits my timeline. But I want you to understand that I'm telling you this because these are the little tweaks. The Bible says it's the small foxes that spoil the vine. When I think about the content that I'm producing and that I'm putting out to you guys, I always think about okay, there has to be an element of teaching, instruction, and learning what to do. But then there's got to be some troubleshooting to kind of clean up the things that are in our way. This is one of those videos. So don't skip the season of focus just because it's quiet, just because it's boring. Everything that you're praying for, more money, more opportunities, more freedom, is on the other side of sustainable, focused effort, doing the right thing. Again, you may need help with that. The reason why I was able to stay focused because I had a coach. I met with my coach every week, and every week he would dig into me like, why are you not doing this? Why are you not doing that? And it kept me in line. It kept me focused. You need help. Listen, if you're going to do it alone, I hope my videos are blessing you. But if you want help, schedule the strategy call. If you're not ready to book and do the whole year coaching program through the blueprint, schedule a strategy call. Take one of the classes that I have in my academy. Go to my website. Get the resources that you need. Connect with the people that you need to hold you accountable so that you can uncover the things that are distracting you, keeping you from focusing, so that you can actually get to a place where your business is sustainable and builds the life that you want. My name is She's Accountant. I will see you in the next video.